Well, turns out not everything was okay after all. Ghirahim ran off with Zelda, took her straight through the Gate of Time to revive Demise in the past. What are we gonna do now? Guess we don't have a choice. We have to face down against Ghirahim in the past. But before we do that, there is one thing I want to explore. Because we're not going to get the opportunity to again. We can see exactly what the sealed grounds looks like after the temple came crashing down from Skyloft. So you can see the statue of the goddess is down here on the surface now. The area down here has been completely filled in. So indeed, the entire island is now down here on the surface. We can still take these little steam vents up. You can still see some of the old sealed grounds is here where it was originally. Just the fact that the entire area is now filled in with what was once on Skyloft all the way up there. I think we even have some Skyloft are those the grasshoppers or the mantises? It'd be really interesting if you could get some bugs from Skyloft down on the surface now. But you can see the temple is complete. As it was and as it should have been. I don't know why I have... can I DDoS? There we go. It's interesting to see that the temple is complete now, and you may remember at the very beginning of the game, I pointed out in both locations that this inner part here had 3 symbols on each one. Skyloft had the medallions of, what's that, water, forest, spirit, and the sealed grounds had, maybe the other one was shadow then, had water, fire, and shadow. Okay, maybe that was light. But you can see, all 6 of them are here now. There was an allusion to the fact that both of these were once part of the same temple, because they each had 3 of the 6 medallions from Ocarina of Time. It's really, really fascinating. But we don't have time to dawdle. We need to make our way back into the past and stop Ghirahim from reviving Demise. I assume Impa wasn't enough to stop him. Not surprised. So it's up to us. We're the only thing standing in his way. And we probably don't have much time. Because all he needs is the power from the goddess to revive Demise. And I don't think he's going to be in the mood to play games with us this time. Hear me, my hordes. The spell is nearly complete. The Demon King returns. Until then, you will keep that whelp from interfering with my ritual. I don't care if the whole lot of you get lodged on the end of his blade. You will buy me the time I need. Do not fear him. Fear my wrath if you fail me. Not what you were expecting in the way of a boss fight, were you? We're not after trying to kill all these guys. The only reason they're here is to stop us. All we have to do is make our way to the bottom. Interrupt Ghirahim's plans. Stop him from completing his ritual. But he's not going to make it easy. Every so often, he's going to create one of these blockages that will not allow us to pass easily before we defeat certain enemies. Specific enemies. So most of the time, they're clearly marked. Like here, it's just the ones with the bandanas. You can clearly spot them. Of course, the Skyward Strike is extremely helpful getting through this. But as long as the 5 specific ones were defeated, or the specific enemies, you'll be able to make it through just fine. So now they're going to start coming with bombs, and I believe if we approach this one from a certain angle, we may be able to do something I've never attempted to do before. That bomb may or may not interrupt it. I don't think I'll be able to get it, no. If you angle that properly, you will be able to run up that guy's shield and actually jump over the barrier. And it skips a decent portion of the fight. I've never done it before, have no experience with it whatsoever, I only know about it, and it's an interesting thing to do, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the run through here to begin with. So you can see all these guys are doing are trying to stop us. Just getting in the way. Your only objective here is to get to the bottom and interrupt Ghirahim. So we just have this blue guy to deal with, and he was on the other side of the wall. That's fantastic. Hey guys, how about you get out of my way? That'd be really, really helpful. Oh, he's just dodging on the other side of the wall where I can't hit him. How convenient. The only reason he's doing that is because he knows I can't hit him from the other side. Guy, where the hell are you going? Are you really running all the way over here? You're fine. You're going to be running all the way over there? I'm going to be running all the way over here. You can run, chase me back. Come on, blue guy. There you go. You're dead now? Good. Never seen him do that before. Also, pay close attention to the sound the guys with the horns make. If we can get up to one. If you listen closely, the guy with the horn actually makes the same sound as the bird in Link to the Past. Or the flute that you play to call the bird. Guys, I can't even see what I'm doing. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do in that I can't even see what's going on. But yeah, Skyward Strikes are incredibly helpful when they're not blocked by the stealth balls. And I could definitely use some hearts right now. So let's bring these guys over here, make this a little bit more manageable. If you'll get out of the way, I'd appreciate it. The guy with the horn is going to keep using it. Unless he just ran off. No, he's right over there. Come over here, guy. You're really annoying. Okay, he's gone. Can we move forward? I'd appreciate that. We're almost to the bottom. You can see we're almost on level ground now. Almost there. I can see the middle of the arena. Of course he's not going to make it easy, is he? What is this, 1,000-year door? Come on. So much lag. Please spawn hearts. I'd appreciate hearts. 1 heart at the cost of a heart. Wonderful. As long as you leave a few of them alive so I can collect the stuff that they drop, which is 1 heart. Guess not. I'd also like to give shoutouts to the person who was closest with the collection count. I believe it was Zane's son. 156 Bowler, who guessed 125, and I think the total wound up being 123 or so, so kudos to you. You're too quick, boy. I realize a simple child like you knows nothing of magic, but spells like this take time and a steady hand. Can't you wait quietly like a good boy? You petulant brat. You've pushed me too far. I've waited my whole existence for this. This is my moment. You know what? Fine! If you're so intent on hurrying to your grave, I'll be happy to show you the way! This time there will be no heroic escape. I was a fool to toy with you and let you walk away with your life before, but I won't make that mistake again. That I promise! If only I'd put you in your place from the very beginning! Show a human a little mercy, and the next thing you know, he thinks himself your equal! Given my situation, I had to maintain some semblance of dignity, so I let you run with your life, twice even! Such a guilty pleasure! But instead of scurrying away like any creature with basic instinct to survive, you just kept coming back! Again, and again, and again! I've let a mere boy make a fool of me for the last time. You stand before a demon, or should I say, a weapon without mercy. For you, boy, I have prepared a most appropriate and humiliating death. I even have a pet name for it. I call it the Endless Plunge. First, I will take my time bludgeoning you, and when I grow bored of it, I will drive you to the edge and deliver a last strike to send you falling to your doom. I'll delight in casting your body into this pit and snuffing out the flame of your life. Your broken body will serve as a fine sustenance for the Demon King. First of all, who do you think you are, Fi? And second of all, who do you think you are, Mayor Bo? Give me a break. What is this pseudo-nonsense? So the objective is just to knock him to the edge and stab him when he falls over. But of course, he's going to do whatever he can to push you to the edge as well. And once he gets close, he'll start doing some interesting stuff. So for instance, here, he'll block any attacks and try to knock you off at the edge, and I didn't press A to let go. I was pressing A to dodge around the other side. Game, do you understand? It also likes stabbing whenever I try doing a sword combo. I'm not entirely sure why, and it's been a problem throughout the entire project, hasn't it? But here it's just patience, waiting for him to give you an opening, knocking him off, and then simply following him off with a fatal blow. So he claims that if he knocks you off, then you die, but it's really not that simple. He wishes it was, but it's not that simple. But of course, see, I stab at the end of every sword combo. It's not something I try to do, it's just something that sort of happens. But 3 rounds, and that brings us back down to the ground. It's taken too much damage to be able to sustain it. I assume he was only keeping it up with his mental capacity. And you can see we've opened up a weak spot. So now I think there are 2 ways to go about this fight. One way, which I always go about wrong, is the brute force method. And you're not letting me get a sword shield attack in, really? No, you just need to stab him once or twice, and if he'll be doing this. If you can react to it, you can deflect it back. I've never actually seen that attack, so I don't know how to deal with it. But I guess if you give him enough time with the attack, he doesn't actually let you counterattack. But that's what happens all the time. I'll try to do... That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get close enough to you that you don't do that, and you're not helping. So I wonder if 3 attacks is enough. If it's not, I'll use a potion because I don't want to deal with it. I can't believe I've taken this much damage in this fight. Forget if... Is it 4 or 6? So the idea is you reflect it back with the same direction he's going, and then if you're close enough, you can get a couple of attacks in on him. Again, I've played through this game a number of times, but I've always brute forced it by being close to him for close combat. So he's never actually done that attack to me before. I wonder if anyone else is in the same position. But if you try to attack him, he'll put the sword in his way to prevent you from hitting him. And that's your opening to strike him. And each time you miss, he'll respawn the sword. So again, I always wind up stabbing at the end of a sword combo, even when I'm doing a spin attack. And that's the thing that screws me up more than anything. Also, I have no idea how that attack doesn't hit me. But it's easy enough to deal with him. This is preposterous. Driven to my knees by a simple child of man? Laughable. No matter how many times we clash, I can't prevail. You think I can't defeat you? You think I can't win? Boy, what are you? I think the real question is, what are you? Ah, but never mind that. Victory is still mine to savor. While we fought, the ritual continued. At last it's complete. The Demon King shall devour the soul of the goddess and resurrect in all his full glory. Okay, so you revived the imprisoned. It's not like we haven't defeated it before. Only now he's devoured the power of the goddess Hylia. Don't you see? It's all over! You and your kind have lost! This world and everything it now belongs to darkness. They belong to my master! Welcome back to us, Master. Did you really have to use this music? Come on. Do something a little bit more intimidating. Like, I get that he's the imprisoned, but you could do better than this. So you had your own fight too, huh? Must have been really irritating. I wish I could do the same. How's it going, buddy?
So you are the chosen knight of the goddess. Intriguing. The goddess lowered herself to a mortal existence to keep me imprisoned. How pathetic. This bag of flesh pales in comparison to the magnificence of her previous form.
You the man, Bruce? No, seriously, you're the man. Just take her to safety, I'll handle the rest.
So you and that other human would stand before obliteration to aid the goddess, would you? How curious. The humans I've known were weak things, hardly more than insects, shivering under rocks and ready to flee at a mere glimpse of me. When last I walked this world, they did little more than scream and cling to their goddess, mewing and praying, counting on her to protect them. How amusing to think that those cowards begot someone like you. You grow more fascinating by the second, human. I never imagined I'd meet one of your kind who wished to stand against me in battle. Very well then. I shall prepare a place for us where we will not be bothered by distractions. If you still have the courage to face me, seek me there.
Well, it's good to know we can actually win, maybe. Don't worry, Bruce, I got this.
If you fear for your life, do not follow me. You can spend what little time your world has left cowering and crying, as befits your kind. But if you truly desire to raise your blade against the world I would build, come for me. I've waited eons to return. I can spare a few moments to let you decide.